What's going on, guys? It's Ethan from Vapors Canada. Today we are looking at the Vaporesso GTX Go 80. There's a Go 80, there's a Go 40. One's bigger, one's smaller. The Go 80 is a 3000 mAh. The Go 40 is a 1500 mAh. We ended up going with just the GTX Go 80 because it's a bigger battery. It takes the full range of GTX coils, whereas the Go 40, it's a 1500 mAh battery, and it only takes, I believe, about 3 or 4 of the GTX coils. So we figured we'd go with the one with the bigger battery, and that could take the full range of coils. The one thing that I neglected, that I don't know why I neglected, is when I got these and I opened it, it is quite large. It's a 3000 mAh battery in a pen style device. Obviously the device is going to be a bit large, but it's not overly large. It can use any of the coils. You can use a 1.2, you can use a 0.2. There's a 0.3, a 0.8. There's tons of different ways to use this. It's extremely simple to use, long battery life, Type-C charging, and we're gonna give it a try. I've yet to try it. We've had these guys for a couple weeks now. So we'll go down, we'll dive down. We'll get down low, we'll take a look at it. We'll go through everything it comes with. It doesn't come with a whole lot. Vaporesso's kind of going for this like minimalist design nowadays where the device is cheaper because it only comes with bare bones basic what you need. I believe this one does come with 2 coils. Yeah, 1 device, 1 pod. Oh, maybe only 1 coil. We'll take a look, because technically this is considered a pod system. The whole tank section is removable. So like I said, we'll dive down, we'll take a look, and we'll take a vape on it, and I'll give you guys my thoughts. So we're down low with the GTX Go 80 by Vaporesso. Vaporesso, very similar packaging they've been doing on all their devices these days, like cardboard box. And just all the contents kind of fly out of it. We'll put that over there. So underneath it is where you'll find all your literature. There's your coil. Underneath is where you'll find all your literature, all your user manual, warranty card, all that kind of stuff. But we're not going to read that. We'll just put that over there. Comes with a charging cable, Vaporesso, very good charging cables. Type-C, so it is going to charge quite a bit faster than your regular micro USB will. It does only come with 1 coil, and then we've got the device. Good. Oh my God, there we go. So like I said, the device is not quite as small as I, for some reason, thought it was going to be. It is quite large, but that's because 3000 mAh battery, and it does take all the GTX coils. It's got a bigger 26 millimeter pod than the Go 40 does, so it will hold more liquid. This one has a coil release on it, so with the new CRC regulations, coils have to be more secure. The fill method has to be a bit more secure, just making sure that it's not easily accessible by children or that children are able to get to the liquid that's inside these devices. So ever so slightly, it's a very small just pull tab that we want to pull back on. We'd pop the coil in there, like so. We just want to pop it out of the foil there. So this little tiny pull release that's on one side, we just want to pull it back ever so slightly, and then the coil just press fits into it, and then we slide that back in. Very, very simple, right? Fill method is just 90-degree turn, pops out, and then we have our fill port right there, kind of similar looking one on the Vaporesso Luxe Q. And then to put it back on, we just push down, 90-degree turn, maybe. There we go. So very, it's not a full turn, it's literally just quick pop off. So these pods do feel a little cheap, to be honest. I mean, the fill method does, but they are replaceable. They're fully made out of plastic. The coil is removable on these guys, so if you, say, break your drip tip on this or break the fill, the top fill cap or something, you could get a new pod and then just pop your coil out, like so, and then pop it into a new pod. Right, but most of the time people don't end up getting new pods because these pods do tend to last. Even though they are made of plastic, most people don't really have a problem with them. The device itself, no adjustable wattage or anything like that. It doesn't have a screen on it. All we're doing is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clicks turns it on. And obviously it's going to blink right now because there's no pod and no coil in there. And then 5 clicks turns it off. All right. As you'll see on the top here, there's actually an airflow ring. Now the airflow ring doesn't move. That's because when we put our pod in, we turn the pod to actually adjust the airflow. Right, so that's going to allow us to adjust the airflow is by turning the actual pod instead of the ring, which is kind of interesting. Usually it's the other way around, But I see what they were going for here, probably just trying to cut down on cost for manufacturing. So it's just one solid piece. So we'll bring it back up top. We'll take a vape on it. We'll give it a try. I'll give you guys my thoughts and we'll see how it holds up. All right, so we're back up top with the Vaporesso GTX Go 80. Like I said, 3,000 mAh battery, Type-C charging. Very basic, just pen style device. People love these type of devices. They've always been a hit. So we'll go ahead and we'll open it. I'm not a huge fan of this fill method. It kind of feels a little weird, but it comes off all right. We'll fill it up with some juice. I have already primed this coil, so we're just gonna fill it up. But if you don't prime your coil, always remember, just wait a couple minutes after you fill up the tank, let the liquid saturate into that coil. So we'll fill up that tank, and I don't, like, getting it off is easy, getting the top off is easy, but putting it back on, not so much. You almost gotta pinch the pod so the pod doesn't spin when you're putting it back on. And we're good to go. So we'll 5-click turns it on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The device is on now. I'm just gonna give it a couple dry hauls to make sure we're good. It's a lot of air. All right, let's give it a shot. Vaporesso GTX Go 80 with the coil it comes with is a 0.2 mesh, so we'll give that a try. 0.2. It's a lot of air. Like, that was only half airflow. This is full. I don't use these kind of devices anymore, so that feels a little weird. I use the smaller kind of mouth to lung devices. And now we're vaping it out here. So we'll choke the airflow up all the way, like half open, like, if you can hear that. Very, very tight airflow. Let's give that a try. Still a ton of vapor. So yeah, I mean, it's good. This is with a 0.2 coil. So we could use a 0.2 coil with regular Max VG liquid in there. We could use a 1.2 ohm coil with some salt nick, but if you're gonna do that, you gotta choke that airflow up all the way. You could probably get a decent mouth to lung hit out of it, but this is probably more gonna air towards the side of sub ohm. With the airflow wide open, like, that's a lot of air. That's an intense amount of air. So I would probably choke that airflow up a bit, but to each his own. Some people like a lot of air. Myself personally, I like to close the airflow off a little bit. So yeah, I mean, 3,000 mAh battery, you can't go wrong with that. Type-C charging, so it's got that quick charge, fast charge capability. The pod is fully removable, so we can swap these in and out if we've got multiple pods with different flavors. And yeah, just a very basic, easygoing device. These guys are in stock online, Vapors Canada. We've got red, black, and blue, I believe. It's got a nice kind of coating, this paint. It does feel nice. It doesn't feel super cheap. So be sure to check it out, any one of the locations, and we will catch you in the next video.
Time to make the change. Vapors Canada. Vapors Canada.